What is up? This is Los, and this is still a talking place. It's been a while. I totally forgot how to do all this, and I have been sitting here for, I don't know, maybe about a half hour trying to figure out, how to get back on the saddle, how to do things properly, how to record properly, and I don't think I really figured it out, but yeah, because I'm talking and I have a delay, and it's really messing my head up. So I'm just trying to wing it and then go with it and see how it goes. But yeah, I just wanted to give an update and go about trying to get things flowing again. I know I said that before, and guilty of whatever it is you're shaking your head about, but it's not my fault. It's really not. I want to say it was about the beginning of summer where I was really headstrong. Well, it was before summer. Before summer started, I was really headstrong about getting back on here and trying to do something more and trying to be more regular. I decided that I am going to try and do this solo shows, and I was going to try to focus on just like getting on here for like 20 minutes and just giving updates on stuff, basically like audio blog post, I guess. But that was the beginning. That was like before summer started, and summer, along with this time of year that is coming up, are usually my busy times. The times where I go from sitting around and just doing stuff around the house and doing whatever and not really having a craziness of a schedule. But summer and probably like October to the end of the year, like it just ramps up, and like I just don't have time for anything. So it's great that I'm getting back into the saddle here with this now, because it tracks, so, but I just wanted to, come out and say that I was trying actively to get something going. And then I actually sat down to record something one day. It was like the first week of summer, I think I remember. And I sat down and I was like all excited, and I had these things in my head to like, talk about. I think at the time I was really focused on gaming for, what I was doing. And I wanted to talk games. I wanted to talk all this. And like I started talking for 5 minutes and my throat just gave out. I was starting to come down with something, and I couldn't talk. I kept on coughing, and I just gave up. Like I tried, and I was so mad at myself, but I didn't get back on it because summer vacation, and the kids, the boys think, hey, summer, I don't have to sleep anymore, so it's like hard to do anything. But yeah, that fast forward through the whole summer, that was the whole deal for that. And then I was like, school starts, and I'll have time, and I'll be able to do something again, and I'll be able to record what I want to record. I have a notes thing going where it's a whole list of a whole bunch of different stuff that I want to talk about. That was like, okay, well, when I start recording, I'm gonna talk about this. Yeah, so school started, and so much for that, because it has been insane. The last week of summer, the last 2 weeks, we were in New York for vacation. I haven't even updated my Instagram for that. That's how like crazy it's been. When I have a few minutes, it's like the last thing I want to do is be on my phone going through a whole bunch of pictures and trying to post stuff. But it was the last 2 weeks of summer, and we got down to the wire for the first day of school, and it started up, and it's just been going since school started. We got school, the regular schedule of that. The princess is in pre-K now, which freaking sucks, and we're still trying to that's still a daily struggle. Like, she loves it so much, and she's like ready to go every day. She wakes up and she's like, okay, I'm going to school. On the weekends, is it school yet? No. But she loves it. It's hard for us. It's hard for us as parents to send her to school. But it's really just a crazy schedule. The middle kid, he's doing homeschool, so he's like the little break, but he's wanting to get back and get into the flow of things for actual school again. He's been doing homeschool for 3 years, and he's like ready to get back into it. I think it's because he sees his sister going to pre-K and loving it and interacting with friends and all this stuff. So it's like he misses that. And that is the one thing that we miss for him, like that social interaction. And for me, that's what he needs the most. So he's wanting to get back for the next semester, the next quarter or whatever. So hopefully he could do that. But yeah, it's just been a crazy schedule. Going to drop off the teen at high school, come home, time to drop off, the princess and come home, and then hour and a half later, I got to go pick her up. And then 20 minutes after that, I got to go pick up the teen, and I come home, and then I have like half hour or an hour to do whatever, and then make dinner, and then and then karate for one of the boys, and then baseball for the other boy. And it's, I don't know. I'm just waiting for the princess to get into dance to just give us something else to do. All right. So, I don't know. Hopefully I'll edit out that cough and this out too. I'm probably not. I'm sorry. It's really something that I want to try, and like I was trying to say when I started recording that I had to stop and I was, getting sick. That was supposed to be, I think, like the first introduction to be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm planning, and all this stuff. And I really want to focus on the most minimal effort that I could do. As horrible as that sounds, I don't want to do anything more than what I need to do. Sue me. What do you want me to do? So, that means I don't want to edit as, much as I need to. So I'm going to, do very basic, but I don't want to get in there cutting it up and all that stuff. So, the rambling is going to happen. All these and likes or whatever I say, whatever nuances I have, that's going to probably stay in there. Even the cough that I have a lingering cough. I think I had COVID again, about 2 weeks ago, finally getting over it. Just have the cough that I still have. I said that already. See the freaking us. All right. Anyway, so yeah, COVID sucked this time. Okay, I gotta stop. Another cough. See, I could just cut this entire thing out, but I'm not. All right. Anyway, so COVID was pretty bad. All right, I gotta stop. Everybody in the house, except for the teen, had something. I I don't know why I got it the worst. The wife says is because I'm anemic. She's probably right. She knows more about me than I do. But the other kids and the wife had something for like the nose and throat, but they were done in a few days, and that's good for them. But me, it hit me hard, and I was out for like a week, and then it was just lingering on and off. Like one day I'd feel better, and then the next day I'd have a crazy headache that my head was gonna explode, and then the next day I was better, and then the next day my breathing was all messed up, and my throat had developed a cough or whatever that I have now still. So it was messed up, but I'm feel like I'm climbing the hill back down to get back to normal. So that's good. Uh, Moving on to where am I? 15 minutes ish, maybe 10 minutes. So it's been a nice little update. What's been going on, I guess. Moving on to what I really want to be talking about is I don't know. I don't know what I want to talk about. The the past I'm horrible. The past few episodes, which have spanned like a year or two, because again, I'm bad with keeping up with things. They have focused, I feel like, on books, and I wanted to close a chapter. That was a good one. All right, I wanted to close a chapter on my book escapades. So I feel like I lost the momentum I had. I feel like that bubble popped, and it popped hard. There was a time where, for the past few years, where I've just been crazy about books and buying and collecting and having a shelf, and audiobook after audiobook after audiobook, and like just consuming, and I was enjoying it. I was doing good with it. And you've heard the shows. I've talked about it here and there, wherever it was, and I was just doing really good with reading in general. But geez, I don't know, months ago, like, well, no, it was towards the end of the year, because I remember when I set up on Goodreads my yearly goal. Sorry. When I set up my yearly goal, it was like really low because I knew I wasn't feeling it, and I knew I wasn't gonna complete it, but I wanted to do something. But so it was like towards the end of the year last year where I was just losing momentum. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to get into no books. All these different subscriptions that I had, and all these different special editions that I was into and everything, I wasn't feeling them no more. I didn't care for anything new being announced. I didn't care for, anything that was coming down the pipeline that I was excited before. There was a few that I was like, okay, I gotta get these. These are like definite that obviously I gotta get them because I gotta complete this or I gotta do this. And then the time came, January, February, where they came up for sale, and I was just like, no, I don't feel it. I don't care no more. So that's when I realized that I was done. It got to the point where I was just totally cool and fine with, buying something from Barnes and Noble or from Amazon or whatever. And I feel like it's partly due to the fact that there have been so many special edition books that are coming from everywhere now. Like regular releases from Amazon or from, Barnes and Noble or Target or whatever, even that you could just go and pick up from the shelf a nice looking special edition of a book. And that's the way they came. And that's awesome. That's great. But I feel like that has totally killed momentum for all these special edition monthly book boxes, because I lost it. I didn't care. I was like, I could just pick this up from a shelf at Target. Why do I need to subscribe to you? And it's like, yeah, they have different things, different customizations, different qualities or whatever. And even the quality of them was going down for a lot. For every time I got one, there was something going on with it that I didn't like, or like I said, they were announcing things. They announce things all the time, but I didn't care for anything they were doing, anyone. And like I said, I just lost that will to keep up with it. And it's great that you could just order from Amazon a special edition for something, and it looks awesome, it looks great. But even then, there's like, I say I'm done with books, but I still have a list of books that I want to get. I still want to get the Witcher series to have on my shelf. I still want to get like some good sci-fi books to have them, like, again, because it's at this point, it is for the purpose of having a physical copy of something I love, something I like. So I'm really looking forward to eventually grabbing whatever if it's on sale, but I feel so much better like knowing that I don't have to subscribe to something in order to keep up with it. And FOMO is a huge like driving force for these monthly subscription books. As someone who is in there, who's in the thick of it for a long time, I'm able to like look at it from afar now and see it's just the fear of missing out, the fear of like having a monthly subscription. This book is going to be this month. Oh my God, it might look amazing. I have to get it. And then you get it and it's like something wrong with it, something different, something off that you don't like. So you got to go sell it and deal with it. And then that's a whole other issue for me. The whole aftermarket of it. I had a shelf full of these special books that I would get for like $30, $40 shipped. And to me, in my head, I was thinking, wow, I have like a bank on my shelf, because when it comes down to it, if I don't want something anymore, I could sell it and I could get back however much money and then some. Because when I was crazy into everything, I was in it, and I was in the aftermarket a lot, and the prices were always up there. But guess what? Now they're not. I feel like the aftermarket, along with a lot of the things that I've seen on Reddit and on other groups that I'm a part in, that I see, that I like keep tabs on, there's a lot of people who the bubble popped for them. The same thing. I'm just not into it anymore. I just don't want to collect no more. I don't want to subscribe anymore. I'm tired of it. Does anybody feel burnt out? So it's like, it's not just me, and I know that. And there's people that are still into it heavy, and that's awesome for them. And I'm not dogging on nobody, but personally for me, and for others, it's a popped bubble. I said it like 10 times. I'm trying to find another analogy, but metaphor, whatever. Okay. It's It's early mornings now. It's 10:30 in the morning. I'm recording at 10:30. It's crazy. And there's my cough. All right, so that's where I'm at with books. I haven't read anything in a long time. Well, that's a lie. On the drive home from New York, I did listen to Eruption. Eruption is that one book. Who was that? Is that James Patterson? Let me double check that. It's about a volcano. It's a volcano book, and it was is Michael. No, maybe yes. Crichton. Crichton. I think that's how you say his name. The Jurassic Park author. He had started writing it. That's what it was. I think I remember now. See, I already forgot. He had started writing it, and he died a long time ago, like years ago. But his wife had found it, the manuscript or something, and it was almost done. And then James Patterson jumped on it. She gave it to him to work on it, to help her out with getting it published or whatever. But it was all right. It was pretty good. It was nothing crazy to write home about, but it was something. It was something that was entertaining enough, and it was short enough to get through it. But yeah, it's something that was the last thing that I read, and then before that, I tried getting through something and I just couldn't. And then I skipped around a lot, and I don't know, I'm just not feeling it no more. So like I said, closing the chapter on books for now. Oh, I love that joke. So I moved forward. Remember during the summer that I said I was really heavy into gaming, and I'll make that the next show. I'm gonna get my thoughts together a little better. Maybe fix this not echo, this lag in my audio that I hear in my headphones. I'm talking normal, you hear me normal, but in my headphones, I got like a second and a half delay, and it's really throwing me off this entire time. And it's horrible. So I'm gonna end it here, and then just hopefully I'll start pumping these out more. I think maybe I'll be able to put out one a week. I was going to be doing once every 2 weeks, but if I'm able to keep this flow going here, because like I said, the princess is in pre-K, and I have a good 2 hours before I gotta get her, and I'll be able to keep up with house stuff and deal with that, and then I could set aside an hour to sit down and do this. And I think if I'm able to do that, I could keep up with a weekly show. So I'm sorry. You're going to be hearing more of me, and I'm going to be putting this thing to use. So, and by this thing, I mean this freaking ridiculous ass microphone that I bought for myself before summer started, that I got so excited with podcasting again. And I started shopping around. I was like, I need a new microphone, because I was so tired of my old microphone that I've had since the beginning of Future Monkeys. I had that microphone, and I was tired of it. It was really bad with picking up a lot of stuff, and I just didn't like it for a long time. So I did some research and everything, and I went crazy, and I think it was, what was it? Christmas money or birthday money. No, it was summer. Yeah, it was birthday money. So like I had, sold some stuff and everything. I got this crazy Rode microphone. It's a nice microphone. I'm not gonna lie. It's not too shabby. It feels very high quality and it works really good. But I haven't used it. I used it once for my last show. Whatever my last show was. I feel like my last show was about books. And or not. Maybe it was a solo show. I don't remember. I don't know. It's been so long. I need to do something because, all right, just like a little preview here. I was doing really good with gaming for a while. I was doing a lot of playing. I had my Steam Deck and I had, gotten into like a whole bunch of different stuff. And then I stopped not too long ago. It was probably, I don't know, when school started up maybe, or a little bit before that. But I just stopped because I felt like I needed to do something. And I felt, I feel like that sometimes. I feel like I'm having fun and enjoying things and doing things for myself, but then I'll feel guilty. And that guilt happens a lot especially for me, for a stay-at-home father. I don't know if anybody else feels that, who's in this situation. I'm sure there's a lot of, people out there that feel a lot of different ways. But for me, for being a stay-at-home father, I mean, this is a whole other show in itself, but I'll just say it like real quick here. There's a guilt that comes with a lot of stuff. And you're doing things to help around the house, to do things, to keep up with things, to manage the household in a way. And it's rewarding and it's fulfilling. But then you sit down to do something. You sit down to play a game. You sit down to watch a movie, to watch TV, to just do whatever for yourself. And if you do that for too long, you start to feel bad. Like, you shouldn't be having fun. You shouldn't be doing, you should be doing responsibilities. You should be doing stuff that you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be taking care of, but you're relaxing too much. So I stopped. I put the Steam Deck away, and I would pick up Fortnite here and there. If I had a spare 10, 15 minutes, Fortnite's been great for that. And it's great. Last season was the first season in a long time that I went way past 100. So that was something. This season's awesome too. This is a Marvel season I did not think I was going to get into, but I'm super into the stuff that they have going on. I need to get back into it. Anyway, the guilt, I felt it, and I felt like I just needed to be more creative. I felt like I needed to do something. And podcasting is up there and the blog is up there with stuff to put out, to do, to make it feel like I'm doing something productive. The house is always being cleaned. I'm always making dinner and lunch and breakfast and all that stuff, and helping around and taking care of the kids and everything. But as far as like feeling productive, like leaving a mark somewhere, I feel like I don't do that. I feel just like an emptiness there because I have these options. I have this podcast with this shiny ass microphone, and I have a blog that has been there forever, and they both just sit there. And I've tried the same thing with the podcast, that I have all these different ideas for podcast shows, but I don't do them. It's the same thing with the blog. I have a whole list of blog ideas and posts that I want to do, but I just don't sit there to knock them out. So I need to get on that so that I could feel this, weight lift from my shoulders, and I could feel like, okay, I'm producing stuff. I'm putting stuff out there. I'm letting people know that, I'm alive and stuff. So let me enjoy a game for a week or two and then get back in the ball and do some other stuff. Like I need that balance. And that's why I had to put the games away for a little bit, because the balance wasn't there. But anyway, that's where I am. That's what I've been doing. Look forward to more shows, hopefully. This is the first one that I'm gonna be throwing out there in the sequence of hopefully will be many more shows. So until next time, which would be more gaming focused, I think. Peace out and take it easy.